episode of Crew Family, where we highlight some of our awesome participants, showing off what they do and why they crew. Today we're here with Chris Burnett, and he's been playing with us since spring of 2016. Thanks for coming today, Chris. Really appreciate it.
No problem.
So where did you grow up? Are you from Kansas City?
So I grew up in Kansas City out south, and then I went to Lawrence just down the road for college and have been in the area pretty much ever since.
Okay, and so you've lived in Kansas City basically your whole life?
Pretty much.
Around Kansas City?
Yeah.
And you work here?
Yeah, I worked down on the plaza. So one thing I really liked about KC Crew is that it had locations all around like midtown, downtown area, so it made it really easy to go and participate in whichever sport I wanted to be.
Sure. Awesome. So tell us a little bit about what you do.
So I do video production.
I'm gonna go ahead and grab that microphone.
I figured you would.
Yeah. You can have it as a little keepsake.
Right.
You kind of need it later.
And then you can get Little Dickey right after.
And I'll pull it up from the top.
How often do you hear the jokes about Little Dickey then?
Like the small piece.
Yeah.
Well, I did it to myself.
And then internet marketing, mostly with video production. I do the scroll, so I do the Ron Burgundy stuff that people get to read off of, and then the internet marketing is just Google and Bing advertising, that kind of stuff.
So how long have you been doing that?
I've been doing that for 5 years now.
Were you anywhere before that?
I actually lived in Spain, and I taught English for a year in Spain. So
That is awesome. How did that come about?
So I studied abroad there in high school, and my number one goal was to get back there for at least a little bit. And they have a pretty decent program where you get to teach. And I'm an awful teacher, so I really respect teachers a lot more now than I ever did, just from how hard the job is.
Did you know Spanish before you went over there?
I knew a little bit of Spanish. I was a Spanish major in college, so mostly literature, but got conversation going once I got there.
Sure.
Yeah.
Did you do? I'm very interested. I actually ran with the Bulls twice in Spain,
nice.
and I love Spain. So I was just curious, what made you want to go? Do that and then come back, or
Spain. So it was just kind of on a bucket list, and I had a host family there that I really liked and I clicked with well in high school, and then I went back a couple times throughout college to be with them, and then actually went back and saw them last summer, and I ran with the Bulls last summer too.
Oh, man. Wasn't that crazy?
Yeah, it's intense.
It's one of the, it's like the adrenaline when you're done, running into the arena. It's one of the coolest things ever.
Terrifying.
Towards the end, we were walking, and then they just came out of nowhere. So.
I don't know if I'd do it again, but I'm glad I did it at least once.
Yeah, That's awesome. Tell us about some of the leagues you played in.
So softball is probably my favorite, just because you get a big group of friends and it's really laid back. And then basketball is a lot of fun because it's hard to find basketball leagues in Kansas City that I've actually enjoyed. I've been on a few that are way too competitive, and it kind of ruins it. And then I've done volleyball and tennis, and so it's just been a fun way to do sports that I've always loved, but in a really pretty relaxed, sometimes still competitive depending on the league, but relaxed atmosphere.
Sure.
Yeah.
So what's your favorite memory of KC Crew, specifically? If you
So I hit a home run in softball. I played baseball all throughout my life, as a kid up through to high school, and I never was a power hitter at all. I couldn't hit very far, but I think I hit a home run in one of the first games I played here. Now, that's probably why I stuck with KC Crew for sure, because I was like, if I can hit a home run, then I can do anything.
Did you do it at Penn Valley, or?
I think it was at Penn Valley, so it's probably short fence. I'm not sure.
That's still pretty hard to hit out there, that's awesome. It is a good feeling, especially with the downtown skyline behind it.
That's also another one of my favorite things about at least playing at Penn Valley is you might be hitting really poor or not fielding very well, but you got a really sweet view of the city.
The view is killer.
Yeah.
Cool. So have you met any friends through KC Crew?
I was trying to think. I have quite a few friends that I've gotten into KC Crew and doing it with me, and then as a free agent pickup, I started playing tennis with a guy that I still will play tennis every once in a while, or pickleball or something. And it was really cool because he was from Wisconsin, so it was a nice way for him to get introduced to different people.
Sure. Yeah, that's awesome. That's one of my favorite things about our free agent system is all the new people that come to town and meet people through the leagues and get introduced to the city. So, Are there any sports that we don't have, or anything new that you've seen that you're interested in?
I haven't looked for soccer. Do you guys have soccer leagues?
Not yet. We're working on that. One of our partners, Soccer Lot, does some really cool stuff downtown. They're mostly indoor, but we're looking at hopefully adding some outdoor leagues this summer.
Yeah, I'd like that. I played in a league in Lawrence, and that was a lot of fun. It got a little competitive at times. But
Soccer. There's several sports that you really can't help but bring out the competitive level on them. Soccer, and I feel like soccer, flag football, basketball are all those competitive sports. But we try and put our little fun twist on them.
Yeah.
So Tell us a little bit about do you have a brush with fame?
Well, I do a lot of video work, so probably my favorite time I've worked with a celebrity was Rob Riggle, and it was for a live event for teleprompting, and he came next to me, and the director was sitting next to me, and he said, hey, if I fuck up, I'm going to make sure everybody knows it's your fault and not mine. So that, usually I'm pretty calm and collected, but after he said that, I got kind of freaked out for a bit, just because I'm sure he would have called me out had there been any issues.
Sure.
But,
and he didn't just scream pow at you?
no, he didn't scream pow. He actually had a very poignant, nice message that I really enjoyed. But
that's awesome.
Yeah, it was a really cool.
So he didn't mess up and blame it on you, though?
No, he didn't.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
Well, is there anything else you want to add about Casey Crew or anything you want to say, like, that we haven't covered?
No, definitely try to be a free agent or a sub, because then you get to do different sports. And even if you can't do it the certain day, people still shoot you emails to get it going.
Sure.
Yeah, and just have fun. The thing I like about every sport I've done so far is it's always been really relaxed and not too insanely competitive. So,
awesome. Well, it's glad to hear that, because that's the whole point of Casey Crew.
Yeah.
So, well, thanks for coming in today. I want to get your hat. Tell me which one you want better.
Oh, probably the blue.
All right.
Yeah.
There you go. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks, man.